The number one overall pick in this year's NFL draft, Caleb Williams, could be in for a historic NFL rookie season. Last year, we saw CJ Stroud from the Texans get drafted number 2 overall and have one of the best rookie quarterback seasons that we've ever seen, but injuries kind of derailed him from breaking that record, which we still have set from Andrew Luck in 2012, even though Justin Herbert and CJ Stroud were both close within the past few years. But with an extra game, can Caleb Williams go out there and break this passing record? We'll have to see. Let's take a deep dive into how Caleb Williams will perform in his first season as a Chicago Bear and as a rookie in the NFL. So like I just mentioned, the NFL rookie record for passing yards is still set by Andrew Luck with 4,374 in the 2012 season. Now, right behind him is Justin Herbert, who almost broke that record in 2020, but only ended up playing 15 games and was about 40 to 50 yards short in the end. And CJ Stroud ended up 230 yards short in the end last season, even though he only played 15 games. Once again, injuries getting the best of him at the end of the season. But can Caleb Williams come in here and break this record that has been around for over 12 years at this point, despite all these players getting close within the past few years and also having an extra game? Thinking about this, if Caleb Williams is healthy, he will be able to go out there and play 17 games this season, one up from players like Andrew Luck and Cam Newton and Jameis Winston, who are both in the top 5, where they only played 16 regular season games. But with the new rules that have been put in place in the past few years, there are more opportunities to break this record now. So can Caleb Williams break this? First off, let's look at what his regular season passing yard prop is at. Right now on FanDuel, taking a look, it seems like the bet is at 3,375 yards. Now, if we bring this to look at the all-time record, this would put him just about 19th all-time in NFL rookie passing yards. When we look at these players, this would put him right above Ryan Tannehill and right around the Warren Moon area, which is good enough for 18th all-time. But I think he's going to shatter that. If Caleb Williams can stay healthy this whole season, I don't see how he doesn't get way above that. I mean, when we're looking at recent rookie quarterbacks, we have a very mixed bag because we can go out and look at a guy like Justin Herbert, who threw for 4,300 yards in his rookie season and has gone on to do better things within the past few years, though we kind of expected him to go out there and maybe perform a little bit better than he has in the past few seasons. But like we know with that situation in Los Angeles, it just seems like it hasn't got much better throughout the past few seasons. But we also have guys like Mac Jones, who had their best season as a rookie, 3,800 yards as a rookie. After that, he has completely fallen apart throughout these past few years and is now on Jacksonville as the backup. Trevor Lawrence, who didn't have a fantastic rookie season record-wise because the team was just terrible. He had one of the worst coaches in the NFL. Still went out there and put up 3,600 yards in the end. It's also a mixed bag, too, when we talk about touchdowns and interceptions. He had a lot of yards, yes, good enough for 12th all-time as a rookie, but only 12 touchdown passes to 17 interceptions. When we look at CJ Stroud, he's really the only rookie besides Dak Prescott looking in this top 15 that don't have double-digit turnovers and interceptions in their rookie season. Stroud having 23 touchdowns to only 5 interceptions, and like I said, Dak Prescott having 23 to 4 interceptions, so just edging him out there, but he had 500 less yards, but both fantastic rookie seasons. That's the thing as a rookie quarterback. We can look here as well, Peyton Manning with 28 interceptions as a rookie. Some at the time probably said, oh, this guy's not going to be able to pan out, but obviously we know how Peyton Manning's career ended up panning out. But looking at this, do I think that Caleb Williams could touch this upper echelon of guys within this top 10? Maybe 3,700 yards is the mark where Kyler Murray holds that area, and we have 4 guys here from Carson Wentz all the way down to Kyler Murray, all throwing in that 3,700 yards. If Caleb Williams can stay healthy, yes. Why do I believe this? Because if we look at this offensive line, we can look at this offensive line, and PFF has them ranked as the 11th best going into next season, as last year they weren't healthy throughout the full season, but they went out and got some great additions. Darnell Wright, obviously, last season they got him. Also Braxton Jones, Tevin Jenkins as well, moving to a guard and earning a 70+ rating in 2022 and 2023 from PFF. And I think as long as this team can be healthy, bringing in Ryan Bates at the center position, this can be a top 15, even top 10 lineup as a offensive line unit this season as well. But also looking at the weapons that Caleb Williams has. He has one of the most exciting, I would just say young groups, besides Keenan Allen, of wide receivers right now, also including Cole Kmet. DJ Moore, who I don't think has even reached his prime yet. I still think he could be a great receiver, even though last year he was top 6 in yards at 1,300 yards, 8 touchdowns on the year, 96 receptions. Now he's going to be paired up with Keenan Allen, who was just outside of the top 10 for yards last year with 1,200. Cole Kmet as well, a great receiving tight end, and also bringing in probably my favorite wide receiver in this year's draft class. I don't know if he'll necessarily be the best, but I think he's the most exciting. Malik Nabers, I think, is going to be a dog. Marvin Harrison, I think, is going to be a bona fide Hall of Famer. As long as nothing bad happens in his career, as long as he doesn't get too injured throughout his whole career, I don't see a world where he doesn't become a Hall of Fame. He has all the talent in the world, and right now he has a good enough quarterback to get it done. But Rome Odunze just has something that I don't really see with the rest of the other receivers. He has a different spark, because like I said, I think Malik Nabers, I think Marvin Harrison will both be very good, but I think there's just something different about Rome Odunze. Watching him play the way that he played at Washington, also having a good quarterback there, and now he's going to have another great quarterback right away with Caleb Williams. This guy at 6'3", 215 is very fast as well, and I think he's going to be able to go out there and perform at a high level. Keenan Allen, like I said, is getting a little bit older. I still think he's going to be able to produce though, and within the next few years, DJ Moore, Rome Odunze, Keenan Allen all together, I would assume that they go out there and they get some other good guys. They also have guys who have performed well already in the preseason. Colin Johnson had a very good game in the Hall of Fame game. He's a very interesting guy who I've been following throughout the past few years. Hasn't really got a shot yet, but who knows? There's a lot of opportunities with this team. Tyler Scott, Velus Jones on the bench as well, and these running backs as well. Getting DeAndre Swift is going to be fantastic for them. It's going to help Williams out a lot too, because he can catch the ball alongside Khalil Herbert. Both of those guys, I think, can come in and perform at a high level. And I think that Caleb Williams will be able to break into that top 10. He has all the talent to be able to go out there and get 4,000 yards. As a rookie, it is very tough, though, just because it's your first season in the NFL. But with all the factors that I mentioned, with this good offensive line, with these good wide receivers, I think Caleb Williams can go out there and break into that top 10, get over 3,700 yards this year as a rookie, and he has all the tools that he needs to as well. And I think this Bears team will be competing potentially for a playoff spot. I think they'll be right around, it's kind of a weird mark to look at, but between that 7 to maybe 10 win area, if everything goes well for this team, I think they can reach that upper end. But I don't think they're by any means a Super Bowl contender in their first season, but I do think this team is built pretty well, and I think Caleb Williams, despite some people going out there and telling you he may not be that good, it seems like all the knocks that people have on Caleb Williams are all outside of football. Let's not forget, this is one of the best quarterback prospects that we've seen in the past few years, and I think the only reason why people had some questions is we knew that he was going to be the number 1 pick for, it seems like, 2 years now, so I think there was a little bit of prospect fatigue, but this guy is fantastic. He knows how to do almost everything on the field, so I think that he's going to be able to go out there and get this done in his rookie year. Let me know, do you guys think Caleb Williams is a lock for the Rookie of the Year, and do you think he's going to break Andrew Luck's record for the most passing yards as a rookie? Let me know down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.